he killed a staff. Yeah, like it was that serious. Someone lost his life.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life gone.
Do you want to hear a story? Yeah, I mean, it's obvious. You probably do because you are here right now. The first thing you need to know about this story is that it's not a folk tale. It's not a fictional thing. It's a true story. It happened. Yes. It really did happen. No jokes. And I'm telling you from a perspective of a witness, not someone that heard from somewhere. Like I was there in the school when it happened. This is a story about a man and a secondary school, and death and fear and all of that. First time I heard about him, I was in just one. We had just gotten back from Easter break, and there were rumors. Boarding schools are full of rumors here and there. You know, every new term there's a new thing that people are talking about, and as usual, this scenario started with a rumor or rumors. A lot of rumors. People were saying different things. Some people were saying that there was a guy that escaped from prison, that he broke down a fence, like he broke down the fence at the end of the hostel and entered and was stealing people's things. Some other people were saying that he escaped from an asylum, like from a psychiatric hospital. Some people were saying that he's a madman, like he's someone that was mad, that turned mad and entered the school from wherever he entered. But at that point, there were still rumors, like no one was exactly sure of anything. We didn't have phones to communicate with. Like we didn't have phones that if you hear something, you just call someone. It's usually from one person's mouth to someone else's ear. And then before it gets to another person's ear, the story would have twisted. So what exactly the first person said will not be what the sixth person will say. You get. So there were a lot of rumors, but we eventually found out that this one wasn't quite a rumor. The first time I heard about it officially, like formally, was on an assembly. That assembly was very chaotic. It was a very chaotic one because everything was just, I can't remember if the assembly like happened when it was supposed to happen or if it was an emergency assembly. But in the assembly, I remember the principal and the vice principals telling us that we should be careful, that something is going on, like we should be aware of such things and all of that. In that moment, I was still processing, so I didn't even have a lot of emotions yet. I don't know if I would say I was scared or I was indifferent. I wasn't feeling anything at that moment. Like I was still processing, like, okay, what's going to happen now? It was later that night when they had started implementing things, safety measures. That's when the realization hit that we are in serious danger. Let me paint a picture here. Usually, how night prep is something that like boarding school students do, where they go to, it's like night class where you go to read. Basically you go to read in the night. So how night prep used to be in my school before this man's story came up, people would come and like you come to night prep and just chill. Like you can be reading but you'll be relaxed, like you won't be on edge. You'll be doing whatever you're doing. You could even get up, leave your bag here and go to another class and maybe read with whoever or gist with whoever. There was no tension on a usual night prep day. And then after night prep, when the punctuality prefect rings the bell that night prep is over, people don't just rush and go inside. Like people usually take their time, like 15 minutes or like 20 minutes before eventually going into the hostel. But things changed immediately. Immediately, we were told on the assembly. Night prep now became a survival thing. Like, when you're coming to night prep, you don't remove anything. If you're wearing your bag, wear it like that. If you're wearing your shoe, your slippers, wear it on your leg. Don't remove it. Don't go to any class. So that immediately they ring the bell, you are going back to hostel. Because if you stay 2 minutes more, you'll be the only person left in school area. Everything was just so routine. And to show how serious this was, it was not only junior students, because I was in JS1 at the time, but I would see SS3 people. They would be running to them with other students. So, and you know how SS3 people used to be so, like bigger than others. To show how serious it was, SS3 people were involved. Everybody would have to run to them, because if you are left in class, sorry for you. Everybody was security conscious. Like, that was the highest level of security consciousness I had seen among secondary school people. How we used to normally do this whole dorm thing, right? Like, after night prep, if you come back to dorm stays open. The dormitory doors stay open even in the night, because there's a gate before you get into the hostels. So all the doors to the individual hostels, nobody really cared to lock it that time, because like there's a gate and there's security at the gate. Do you understand? But now, due to the rumors we have been hearing that a fence had been broken down, no securities at that fence, all of that stuff, nobody leaves those doors open again. And if you wake up in the middle of the night, because our bathrooms were not inside the rooms, our bathrooms were in a different block on its own. If you wake up in the middle of the night and you wanted to go to the bathroom, you can't, because first of all, nobody's going to open the door for you, because everybody's scared. Like, what if he's outside? If you open the door and go outside, you're on your own. If you should mistakenly open that door, they will lock it, and if you keep knocking, people will be like, oh my god, it's him. It might be him. Nobody open the door for you. So it's better you hold your urine. It's better you hold it there and stay. So it's freakishly scary. Okay, during that period, they said either you hold your urine till morning, or you buy, there's one small bucket that time, custard bucket. You buy it and keep in your corner. If you wake up in the middle of the night and you feel like peeing, you pee inside there. In the morning, you pour it away. Like, that was how serious this thing was. Even school authorities said, don't go outside. Don't go outside in the night. Always lock your doors. Before things came back to normal, it took a while. No doubt. It was a scary period. Very scary times. Like, if I'm looking at it now, it's like, yeah, I survived this. And I'm happy, but during that time, it was actually terrifying. The way boarding schools normally are, there's always a name for something, or will I say a nickname? But this time around, it wasn't a funny thing, like a name that would usually be funny on a normal day. It became like everybody's worst nightmare. So the name we used to call him was Opianko. What it means in Igbo is he who hits with wood, he who destroys with wood. It was so scary because someone actually died. I heard from a few people that it was more than one person that died. That I'm not sure about, but I'm 100% sure that at least one person got killed by this man. Yes, it was pretty serious. He injured a student and he killed a staff. Yeah, like, it was that serious. Someone lost his life. May their soul rest in peace. It was a security man. People saw the cement block that he dropped on the person's head. So that killed the man instantly. The people that I'm sure that he injured, there are three. There was one student, a kitchen woman, and a security man. The security man died, but the student was just like badly injured. And she was in SS3 at the time. She had to take her exams from a hospital, from either the school clinic or a hospital. She had to be on medications and on. She was in a critical situation while taking her WAEC. This era, it lasted for a while. Like, it wasn't a 2-month thing. It was long. I think almost a whole term, or if not more than one term, because it really lasted long before they eventually caught the guy. It was in the evening. Someone said they saw him. I think they started shouting like, oh, Pianko, that's him. And then I think it was a security man that now came and like, restrained him and dragged him. I heard that it was students that held him before the security man came. but I'm not sure about the credibility of that version of the story. But I know that it's very possible because FGGC students, everybody was shouting, like, we have caught Opianko. So that uproar everywhere in the school was like on fire. Everybody just came out of their hostels like, Opianko, they have caught him, they have caught him. Are you serious? Where is he? Oh my God, what happened? You get that. It was epic. It was iconic, and in that moment I just felt like, wow, we can finally breathe. But then every fear didn't go away immediately. Like, it didn't go away as soon as he was caught. But yeah, while he was caught, they called police. They called the police, and I saw that glimpse of him. I saw was when they were dragging him out of school still. They said they were dragging him out of the school into the police station or whatever. It was crazy. It was a crazy period of my life. And every single person that went to FGGC, I was schooling in FGGC between the year 2013, 2014, even 2015, would have definitely heard about it or experienced it by themselves, because it was a mad one. Like, it was a traumatizing event. These days, if I think of him, if I remember him, I used to wonder where he is. Like, is he still in jail right now, or did he even go to jail at all? Because, we just stayed within the walls of the school and saw him get arrested. But nobody actually went to or followed the police to see where they were taking him. So I wonder, like, was he actually arrested? Is he still out there? Is he sane now? Is he still running mad? Is he still going around terrifying people in schools? Or did he get to jail and change? I just have a lot of questions. Like, where is this guy? I don't know where he is now, but I really hope he's paying. I hope he's paying, because he caused a lot of trauma, a lot of pain. Because imagine the student taking our egg from a hospital. Crazy. So there you have it, the story of Opianko. It wasn't just a story for me, it was an experience. Like, this happened to me in real life, and there were goosebumps almost every night, almost every time I had to sleep, almost every time I had to go outside in the night. Not like I would even dare, but the thought of it alone. So yeah, that's the end of the story, and I'll see you next time.
Sorry. But it's not painful.
You don't be give painful expression.
Hey, was she actor?
Neck flirt.
Like this heat. Jesus.
So, the first thing you need to know is that this is not a folk tale. It's actually a true story. Yes. I'm going to end your life.